So, being I don't want to make this interview Wu-Tang Clan heavy, I don't like to ask people about things like that, not because I'm scared of beef or nothing like that. I want to respect you as an individual.
I got you.
When you stand in judgment, it's your story.
Right.
God's not going to ask you about the RZA. You know what I'm saying? Or anybody else. No disrespect to any of them. So.
No, but at the end of the day, like what happens is, me being out there, it's like a natural thing. Wherever I go, people always say, "Oh, Pop the Brown Hornet, Wu affiliate." So I want to clear the air, really. Like, yo, I have nothing against them. They're legendary MCs. They did what they did for Staten Island. But I'm a whole different entity. And people have to know that. And even though you might have heard my name from out of their leader, that's because I was there in the beginning. And I was representing Staten Island with lyrics and all of that. So, but business-wise, it just didn't match. It didn't make sense.
Well, part of our fascination with your music, like I said, was clarity, diction, oration. I'm Soul. Tell me about that song. That's one of my favorite Pop the Brown Hornet songs.
I made I'm So because like I was listening to Genuine when he was like, "I'm so anxious." So I was like, "I'm so thorough. I'm so," you know what I mean? "I'm soul, brother number one from out the fifth borough." So that's why I took the soul part and this. But when I came with soul, brother number one from out the fifth borough, it was like, I'm gonna take it for what it is. We got Brooklyn, Manhattan, Queens, the Bronx. I'm just Staten Island. We the fifth borough, and I'm soul brother number one from out of this motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who you like, who you heard, this, that, and the third. I'm that dude. You know what I mean? So I've always felt like I've been ganged on, you know, they've been jumping me and boxing me, triple teaming me. I've been being triple teamed every time the ball gets my way, boom, boom. They triple team me. Oh shit, Brown Hornet drop another song. All right, you come out with one, you come out with, to try to bombard me from getting to where I gotta go. You know what I mean? So it's just been a steady consistency of me coming. So when I'm So came out, it was just like, I'm representing the fifth borough.
Okay. And seeing your overall progress and growth from what you told me and from my own experience of listening to your music, you have a large story that's bigger than this interview. So the questions I want to ask you are more geared towards your reflection and your opinion for future legacies. You've tasted the industry life. Did it leave a sour taste in your mouth? And how do you want to move with your music now? Legacy driven.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it left a little sour taste in my mouth because when you have a vision of something, how things can go, and then when they don't go that way, it leaves a sour taste in your mouth, and it threw me off course a little bit, you know. But the hunger and the desire that I have for it, because it's something that comes naturally. Like I told somebody the other day, yo, hip hop that's my first love. I was writing rhymes before I was having sex. So, you know what I mean, it made it even difficult for me to have a relationship because, bitch, you act funny, I go write a rhyme, I'm good. I could lock myself in the dorm, a room, boom, throw on a couple of beats, and I'm good because I'm venting. That's my ventilation. This is how I vent, by putting songs out. You know what I mean? So, it left a sour taste in my mouth business-wise because I've seen how other individuals have hidden agendas and they'll suck you in for their personal gain. And when you don't confine to what they want you to do, then they turn their back on you. So that was the sour part. But as far as making music and the love that I have for the game, that never died. That's why I'm here to this day.
That's dope. And I mean, for people who really want to dream, a lot of people get it and they're like, this is not really what you want. Because people, I remember Biggie said in the interview, Biggie said, yo, when I was getting in my deal, I thought it was like everybody cool. I could chill with Salt and Pepper and Heavy D and blah, blah, blah. And then when you get into the industry, it's like, yo, these niggas is snakes and they section themselves off. So what you really gotta do is get your crew together, build your own people up and make your own movement because these niggas out here are not what you think. Coming from that aspect, what would you tell somebody who's trying to get into the game?
Exactly that. I would tell them, yo, make a circle tight and worry about that first and foremost before you really branch off, you know, because like I said, once again, people have hidden agendas. So you don't, like, you could blast off and somebody all of a sudden people are gravitating towards you, but you don't know what for. You know what I mean? Ghost once said, you know, crab niggas stealing my light. So once the light is on you, You know what I mean? The leeches and everything, they're gonna jump out from anywhere. And then once you make yourself available to all of them, you don't know who's there for you or who's not. That's how I feel like Tupac got shot. The great as he was too available. He was easy access for these individuals. Where his unit, focus on your unit, see how, you know what I mean, see where that's gonna take you. Because like before you had it, nobody was banging down your door. So once you took the time to develop who you are and get your circle, you know, surround yourself by individuals who's gonna A alike, B alike, C alike. That's what made the clan successful, because you know what, regardless of anything, they showed true to the RZA and what he was promoting and telling them to do. So you know what, that shit blasted off because they kept their circle tight. Regardless of what you're gonna say, we're gonna make that ball roll. Same with G Unit and so forth and so on. Keep your shit tight. NWA. We only know about the BS that goes on between certain cliques is when people start letting it out. Mm-hmm. But besides that, everything looks perfect and rosy from the outside looking in. You know what I mean? So always keep home base tight. Communicate. Have one-on-ones. The same thing you was doing when you was broke, do it when you get money. Yo, let's have a meeting. Twice, you know what I mean? Once a month, twice a month. So we stay on the same accord, because once money is involved, then outsiders are influential. Oh, you know what Pop said about you? Or you know he said he's the best one in the crew. Or he boom, 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 boom. And that's what helps break up and divide.
You know what's deep? Chuck D said recently that the destruction of hip hop came with the destruction of the music groups. And without cohesion and people working together to form a unit, it's easier to break down the culture by coming at individuals and putting them against each other. That goes to what you said. So I ask you this then. We always say, united we stand, divided we fall, right? But it seems like the music industry is powered by division more than uniting. So how do you beat the industry at its own game?
Create a industry within the industry.
Well, isn't that what the internet did? Because like the way I look at it,
not necessarily. We'll create an internet and a movement inside of it. Understand one thing, man. It has to be a coalition. I remember when I went to Cali and I was like, they was like, no, we don't bootleg people's stuff over here. We don't do any of that. You know what I mean? It's a coalition. We keep everybody in line and in check. So somehow, some way, it has to be someone that incorporates that. So whereas, take Heritage of Hip Hop for example. You know, if you just had a page on your page that says, you know what, I'll grab artists that I like that might be independent, even though they got their own distribution. I'll put a link up. I'll put his link up. Now I might be able to jump on there and I see, damn, 25 artists that I might not have heard from the mainstream. But I clicked on to Heritage of Hip Hop and you had various different artists from all over. I was able to click Brown Hornet, or I was able to click Fat Man, or I was able to click Wonder Woman, or whomever. But I never heard of them before individually, but on this site, you brought them together. You had a movement. You was able to say, you know what, now I'm networking with people. I got with a promoter who's willing to do a Europe run. Next China to Africa. The top 10 artists that's on this, you know what I mean? I'm gonna section them out. The top 10, 5 and 5, we gonna go on this run. But that's how you bring it together. That's how you bring a movement together. You know what I mean? Now everybody's checking to be on Heritage of Hip Hop. Yo, I got this. They're sending you music all over now because you help break it, but you're bringing it together and you're giving them a new platform. Now you got a 24-hour radio station going on playing these artists who you're promoting on it. But you have to create something inside this conglomerate that's going on. You have to fill a void. A lot of people aren't filling voids. They're going along. They're shuffling their feet to what everybody else is doing.
So then,
go against the grain.
So that's why I kind of said the internet did it too, because they say video killed the radio star. I believe internet killed the industry. It killed the corporation part of the industry. Because now instead of going and begging people for an opportunity, you could make your own opportunity. But with people making their own, it's a lot of collaboration, but not a lot of teamwork. And work is the main thing that comes from it. So I ask you in partnering with this part. You have the knowledge and experience of life inside and outside of the industry. what is the gift that you give to people who are looking for insight?
Honestly, I would tell them, stay true to yourself, believe in yourself. When everybody else stops believing in you, you still have to believe in yourself. That's first and foremost, because everybody around you doesn't see your vision. They never will. They're not breathing your air. They're not, what you know what I mean? What I eat doesn't make you shit. So stay true to who the hell you are. Because once you switch up and you compromise with somebody else's thought and theory, once they're through with you, they throw you to the wayside. But once you stay true to who you are, you know, you gotta bend but don't break. Stay true to who you are. Once you're successful, once you reach success with being who you are, it's going to be so gratifying because you know you didn't have to bend over backwards in order to get this. You stayed who you are, they accepted to who you are, and that's going to last a lifetime. You didn't have to put on a Medea dress, you know what I mean, to get fucking $1. Because once that dress goes off, you got to be who you are in real life. You know, so don't throw on the clown outfit just to get a fucking $1, because once that clown outfit goes on and the cameras and the makeup is gone, you left with yourself. Be who you are.